What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka All Fires. Now, even though the WGA and Hollywood are still waiting on the lawyers to ratify their agreement, the writer's strike officially ended last week, and in fact, at midnight on Tuesday, all the writers were able to go back to work. Now, it was said that Marvel Studios would be fast-tracking the second draft of the Fantastic Four script penned by Josh Friedman so that if the actors' strike could resolve this year, they could go ahead and lock in a team and still stay on target for their early filming and production schedule in 2024. But there's a separate script, one that could have been put to use earlier this year that apparently is now getting its third rewrite from scratch. This breaking earlier today from one of the most trusted industry insider sources, and where it was said that it just needed a couple of changes. Again, he's reporting now the Blade script is about to be completely rewritten again. We're going to break down this latest report. I'm also going to weigh in on why I ultimately think that this is a good thing. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. We've got 3 left this year. The next one's with Loki's finale. We're also doing a comic book giveaway every day in October this month. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment on this video if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, it would be pretty fair to say that what's been going on with Blade has been a disaster since last October, and all of these mishaps have played out in public. First, last October, the director Basim Tariq left the project right before it was said to start filming. We're not sure if he quit or was fired, but in the wake of that, it was said that Mahershala Ali was extremely upset with the project, that the current script was only 90 pages long, which is short by Hollywood standards, and didn't include any action sequences to speak of. Now, shortly thereafter, it was reported that they would be adding Jan Demange as the director, someone who worked with Mahershala Ali on Lovecraft Country, and that they would be moving Tariq to an executive producer role for the work he had done on the film. It was then reported that the original script written by Stacy Osei-Kuffour would be completely rewritten by Beau DeMayo, the guy who wrote X-Men 97. But the fun wouldn't stop here. Fast forward to right before the film was supposed to start filming this year but was shut down due to the strikes, and they hired Nick Pizzolatto, another writer that Mahershala Ali had worked with on HBO, to come and sort of change some things or work off of the script that Beau DeMayo had originally penned. While breaking earlier today from industry insider Daniel RPK, who's one of our most trusted industry insider sources, apparently Blade's script is getting a full rewrite from scratch now for a third time. So Stacy Osei-Kuffour, Beau DeMayo, and now presumably Nick Pizzolatto, although his name wasn't included in the report, will be writing a third Blade script, not working off any previous versions, but from scratch. Now, I mentioned during the prologue why I thought this was a good thing, and there's multiple reasons for this. Number one, Mahershala Ali, whether he was pissed off about the project or not, brought in his own people he trusts, people he's worked with before on projects that have been critically acclaimed, gotten fan acclaim, and he knows can do a good job putting him in a great light. Also, it means that if he's bringing on his home team players, they're going to go ahead and bring his vision to life for what he wants for the character. The second reason this is a good thing is where Marvel Studios might have been tied to a production schedule and had to send this to filming before it was ready. Apparently, a silver lining here is that because the writers went on strike, the actors are still on strike, and the production schedules are in complete flux, this gives them the time they need to now rewrite the third draft, something that might not have happened if the strikes hadn't caused a shutdown in the first place. Basically, they've been granted enough time to do whatever they want with the script. So you've got Mahershala Ali putting his hand into the mix and saying, no, it's got to be like this, bringing his people on to do it the way that he wants. And really, it sounds like Mahershala Ali is mostly the executive producer on this project. Now, for better or for worse, that means we're going to get Mahershala Ali's vision for what he wanted out of this Blade film, but I think it's much for the better of the fandom. Look, Blade may not be able to hit a 2025 release date now. They may need much more time to take care of this, but because they've been granted a reprieve where they're not really moving forward with production schedules anyway, and they'll have the luxury of scheduling this when the actor's strike is up, meaning with a fresh new set of dates, they can take as long as they want. Blade is one of those films where you shouldn't even attempt to do a reboot or make another one if you can't make it better than the ones that we've already got from Wesley Snipes. And I know that Mahershala Ali is acutely aware of this. He's a huge Blade fan. That's why he's been so picky about what Marvel Studios was willing to do. And I hate it. I hate that an actor from Marvel Studios had to basically go in there and police all the executives and say, hey, this isn't good enough. This script, 90 pages, 2 lackluster action sequences, this isn't good enough to do a Blade reboot. Remember guys, Mahershala Ali is the one who contacted Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, requested a meeting, sat down and said he wanted to be Blade. This is a project of his own passion, something that he wants to do. And again, I hate that he's the one who has to tell Marvel that this isn't good enough, but he's basically acting on behalf of the fans here as well. Not only his own self-interest to make a good film, but he is basically in our chair and knows what we want to see. And again, it might be a little different story if there weren't 2 incredible Blade films already. Yeah, I know there are 3. We're not going to count Blade 3. Blade 1 and 2 are amazing. And he's saying, hey, we can't do that in the shadow of those films unless it is up to par. Thank God they've got him. I know that there were some worries that he was going to leave the role, and I think ultimately, if he did leave the role, it would leave the project in flux completely. We might not actually get a Blade reboot, and for me, who sees that Marvel Studios is now obviously moving the chess pieces to get to a Midnight Suns, Blade is an integral part of that, a character that I absolutely want to see in the MCU, even if he doesn't have a major role in Secret Wars, which at this point, it's not really sounding like he does. Now, for announcements wise, how long this is going to take, nobody knows. And because there wasn't a name included in the report, we assume for now that it's still his boy that came over to write the rewrite, Nick Pizzolatto. You have to imagine he got in there, started reading and rewriting the script and said, hey, this would just be easier if I could do it from scratch. And they probably gave him the green light to do it. We'll wait for an official announcement from Marvel Studios. We assume that'll be lumped in with everything else, like the cast announcements, etc., which unfortunately we may be waiting till next summer, San Diego Comic-Con. But you know what? Hey, that gives them plenty of time for them to work on this new script and get it right. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. If you agree with me that as many rewrites as they need is okay with you to make sure that this movie is the best it can be, I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. We've got 3 left this year: Loki's finale, The Marvels, and What If. We're also doing a daily comic book giveaway all the way through October for random variant comics I've had given to me over the last couple of years. Got hundreds of them. I'm giving them out to you guys every day. We'll announce those winners in the Easter egg videos every Friday for the Loki episode, so look out for that in a couple of days. All you got to do to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.